There is an unspoken truth in medicine that almost no doctor discusses with their older patients. Picture this. You are over 65. You take care of yourself. You go for a walk every single day, rain or shine. You genuinely believe you are doing everything right to keep your legs strong and your body independent. Then you sit down on a deep sofa. You want to stand up, and in a fraction of a second you feel your body hesitate. You have to throw your upper body forward to build momentum, or your hands instinctively reach for the armrest to push yourself up. If that sounds familiar, this is not simply a sign of getting older. It is your body's first loud warning signal that the one exercise you have trusted for decades, your daily walk, is letting you down. As an orthopedic surgeon, I see this pattern every single day. Patients who walk daily are still losing leg strength at a rapid rate. They develop unstable hips, they struggle to stand up, and most fatally, they fall. Why? Because walking trains your endurance, but it completely ignores the deep stabilizers and the explosive strength that actually protect you from a fall. In this video, I am going to give you the unvarnished medical reality of why walking after 65 is no longer enough on its own. I will show you a precise, 4-step plan that builds leg strength faster than any walk. And I promise you, we are building toward one single master exercise, one movement that has been identified in clinical studies as the strongest predictor of whether you will keep your independence or depend on others in the years ahead. I will also show you the exact surgical protocol for performing this movement correctly, and the one mistake that makes it completely ineffective. To understand why we need to change our strategy, we need to look at what actually happens in the body during walking. Walking is an excellent cardiovascular exercise, but biomechanically, it is a repetitive forward movement under very low load. Your muscles are made up of different fiber types. Walking primarily recruits your slow-twitch muscle fibers, the ones responsible for endurance. What walking does not do is train your fast-twitch power fibers. It does not train your reaction speed. It barely recruits the deep stabilizers around your spine and pelvis. When you stumble after the age of 65, it is not your endurance that saves you from hitting the ground. It is the explosive strength of your quadriceps, the reactivity of your calves, and the stability of your hips. Researchers who followed seniors well into their 80s and 90s found something striking. The raw number of daily steps could not predict whether someone remained independent. Specific strength patterns could, so we need to train exactly those strength patterns. And the best news, the most effective movements for building this life-saving leg strength require no gym whatsoever. We are now going to prepare the body with 3 foundational movements, all performed seated, before we arrive at the ultimate number 1 exercise. Number 4, seated calf raises, the second heart. We begin at the foundation of your body. Many people over 65 suffer from swollen ankles in the evening, cold feet, or a heavy feeling in the lower legs. This happens because blood pools in the legs. Your calf muscles, the gastrocnemius and the soleus, are referred to in medicine as your second heart. Every time they contract, they push blood back up against gravity. A study published in the European Journal of Applied Physiology found that repetitive calf contractions performed while seated increased venous blood flow velocity by up to 60%. 60% more blood circulating through your legs from this one movement alone. Sit upright on a chair with both feet flat on the floor. Slowly press up onto the balls of your feet and raise both heels as high as possible. Squeeze the calves hard at the top for a full 2 seconds. Then lower the heels slowly and with full control. That slow downward movement, the eccentric phase, is the moment of greatest strength gain. Perform 15 to 20 repetitions. Number 3, seated marching, the hip activator. This next movement addresses the direct cause of the shuffling gait that dramatically increases fall risk. Weak hip flexors. During normal walking, you lift your feet only a few centimeters off the ground. This means you are using roughly 30% of your hip muscle capacity. The muscles shorten and weaken over time. A 2022 study from the University of Wisconsin showed that adults over 70 who performed just 10 minutes of seated marching, 5 days per week, improved their hip flexibility by an average of 14 degrees after only 6 weeks. Sit on the front half of your chair. Lift your right knee as high as possible toward your chest. Keep the foot flexed, toes pulling toward the shin. Lower the leg with control and immediately lift the left knee. Establish a steady, rhythmic pace. 20 repetitions per leg force the hip flexors to work through their full range of motion. Number 2, seated leg extensions, the knee protector. The leading cause of falls in older adults is weakness in the quadriceps, the large muscle on the front of the thigh. It is responsible for stabilizing your knee and absorbing your body weight. When this muscle deteriorates, the knees buckle. The Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy published data showing that seniors who performed seated leg extensions 3 times per week for 8 weeks increased their quadriceps strength by 27% and reduced near falls by 41%. Lean back slightly in your chair. Slowly extend your right leg straight out in front of you until it is parallel to the floor. Pull your toes hard toward your shin. Hold that fully tensed position for 3 to 5 seconds. Your thigh will burn and may tremble slightly. That is the evidence that dormant muscle fibers are being recruited. Lower the leg extremely slowly over 3 full seconds. Perform 10 to 12 repetitions per side. Your calves are now pumping blood, your hip flexors are mobilized, and your quadriceps are activated. These 3 exercises form an excellent protective foundation, but they are only the preparation. We are now coming to the one movement that everything has been building toward. The exercise that orthopedic surgeons, geriatricians, and physiotherapists worldwide regard as the absolute gold standard for functional fitness in older age. The movement that determines whether you can live in your own home until the very end of your life, or whether you will need care. Number 1. The sit to stand, the chair, squat. Every single day, you perform this movement dozens of times. You sit down at the dining table and stand up. You use the bathroom. You get out of the car. The ability to rise from a seated position without using your hands or building momentum is the single most important physical capability of your life. The American College of Sports Medicine published a landmark study in 2023 following over 2,000 adults aged 75 and older. The findings were unambiguous. Participants who trained the sit-to-stand movement 3 to 5 times per week improved their functional independence by 38% in just 12 weeks. But the most alarming finding was this. Adults who were unable to complete 8 sit-to-stand repetitions within 30 seconds without using their hands had a 5 times higher risk of moving into assisted living within the next 2 years. This one exercise trains more muscles simultaneously than any other movement. Your quadriceps and glutes do the heavy lifting. Your core stabilizes the spine. Your calves assist with balance. It is full body strength training disguised as an everyday action. Step 1. Positioning. Place a stable chair against a wall so it cannot slide. Sit on the front half of the seat. Feet flat on the floor, slightly wider than hip width. Turn your toes out slightly, approximately 10 to 15 degrees. This opens the hips and allows for more natural force transfer. Step 2. The rise without momentum. Cross your arms over your chest. Lean your upper body slightly forward and press your heels firmly into the floor. The most critical mistake is throwing yourself forward to build momentum. Force your legs to do the work. Take a full 2 to 3 seconds to press yourself into a standing position. Step 3. The top tension. Once fully upright, deliberately squeeze your glutes for 1 second and stand completely tall. Step 4. The eccentric return. This is the most important part for strength development. Do not drop into the chair. Lower your body extremely slowly. Count internally, 1 and 20, 2 and 20, 3 and 20, until you feel the seat beneath you. This controlled descent builds massive braking strength in your thighs, exactly the strength you need to descend stairs safely. Start with 3 sets of 5 repetitions. If this is too challenging at first, place a firm cushion on the chair to raise the seat height. As you grow stronger, remove the cushion. Walking is wonderful for your mind, your heart, and your lungs. Please do not stop walking. But walking alone will not stop the age-related decline of your muscular strength and your neuromuscular reflexes. The formula for genuine, lasting independence lies in targeted load. Use the seated calf raises to pump blood out of the legs. Use the seated marching to mobilize your hips for a safe, confident stride. Use the leg extensions to protect your knees like an iron brace. And make the sit-to-stand your daily, non-negotiable commitment. Your legs do not have to become weak. Your body remains adaptable well into advanced age, fully capable of building new strength fibers. All it needs is the right mechanical signal. Start today. Take control of your physical future and stand strong.